So we were discussing chapter 4, climate. The chapter is from geography, right? So we were discussing this chapter in our previous topic. Please let me know if the board is visible and I am audible or not. So please let me know that if you can see the board properly, also if I am audible or not. Okay. Okay. So in this we already discussed that weather and climate. These are two atmospheric states. Okay. Climate and weather. Both are the atmospheric state, but there is difference in both the terms. When we say weather, it is an atmospheric state. Sorry. It is an atmospheric state of a place at a certain time. Okay? The certain time, which is a very short period of time. Okay? It is an atmospheric state of a place which is a very small area. It is not taken for a large area. The weather is considered for a small area. And it is for a certain time. This time is a short period of time. And it is a day-to-day phenomenon. That means in a day you can see various weathers. Okay, various atmospheric states can be observed in a day. Like in a same day, if I take 24 hours, you will find, let's give example of Rajasthan. Okay, let's take the example of Rajasthan. So what kind of, what you say, climate is there? So the climate, there is a hot climate. But if we see sand is there in the Rajasthan, yes, just a minute. So we can take the example of Rajasthan. So when we take the example of Rajasthan, we will find that that area, the desert area. So the desert area, if we say desert area is having sand, right? If we take the example of desert area that is having sand, and as we know the property of sand is like that, it gets warm very quickly and it gets cold very quickly. So at daytime what happens, the temperature is very high, and in night time you will see that it is extreme cold. I am not mute. Okay, just a minute. Okay, I have muted everyone. Okay. So weather is basically an atmospheric state of a place at a certain period of time, which is a very short period of time. So if we take the example of desert area, we'll find that in daytime it is extreme hot, and at night when we see it is extreme cold. Correct? So in one day only, 24 hours only, we can see different temperatures at this place. So this was an extreme example. But when we take a normal common example also, like if we take the example of Surajgada, okay, we take the example of Surajgada. So what we can find in 24 hours, we are having different temperatures. Okay, in morning we feel cold. At daytime when we see, we'll feel little warmer if we compare to morning. Then again when it go to night, it become colder. we compare to daytime. So like this, if you see, you can find different weather conditions in one day. Correct? Now, if it is raining, so what you can see that now it is raining and the next moment it can be a sunny day. So weather can change anytime. It is a short period of time, atmospheric condition for a short period of time. When we talk about the climate, climate is sum total of weather condition of a large area. Okay, it is the sum total of the weather condition of a large area. Okay, and it is observed more than 30 years. If a climate is being set for a place, for that place, the climate will be observed for more than 30 years, and then it will be told, it can be said that this area comes in this climate zone. Okay, so now if we see, weather can change anytime, but climate changes slowly and gradually. Over 30 years of a time period, that it will be observed, and then we can say yes, the climate has been changed. Like if we compare our current climate with the earlier one, with the earlier climate, we will find that our climate is going warmer. The climate of the earth is going warmer if we compare to past. That is because of global warming. Yes. So this is basically the difference between climate and weather. Weather is for small period of time. It is also a atmospheric state of a place, but that is for a small place. Okay, it is not for a large place. We can say yes, climate of Rajasthan is like that. We can say the climate of Kerala is like that. We can say the climate of India is like that. But we cannot say we cannot say the, what do you say? The weather of climate of Surajgara is a rainy climate. Can we say that? We cannot say that. Okay. So if it is raining, the next moment it can be a sunny day, and like if it is raining, it is not necessary. If it is raining in Surajgara, it will be raining in the Lakhisarai also at the same time, right? So weather can vary from one place to another. Fine. So this now we were discussing that weather conditions may fluctuate very often a day. That means I already told in one day you can see various weather conditions. Okay. But in that also you will find that there is a common pattern which is being followed, and that pattern remains for 1 week or month. It's very difficult to now move also this. Okay. So what I was saying that there is a common pattern which continues for a week or for a month, and in that if you see like you have summer. You have summer from April to June till April, from April to June. Basically it is till September you feel summer, right? So that months basically when we see are having a certain kind of weather condition. That means that months will be hot. Okay. Now there are rainy season. So basically from June to September are considered as rainy season. Those months are considered as rainy season. So that is not like, it doesn't mean that the whole day or whole night it will rain. Okay, but basically when average has been taken, those months are having more rain, right? Otherwise, we can see rain in other months also, right? But basically, these months are having a rainy season. So like this, going through a certain pattern of the months, certain weather conditions of a month, our year has been divided into seasons. Okay, summer, winter and rainy season. Now there are some transition seasons also, which is in between. When one main season is changing into another season, in between we are having short transition seasons, which are autumn and spring. Okay. Now we discussed that year is divided into seasons. Also, the world is divided into different climates. Now we discuss that India is having monsoon type of climate. We discussed that India is having monsoon type of climate. So, monsoon type of climate. Now in this, what happens? We often relate monsoon with rain. We often relate monsoon with rain, but it is not basically only rain. It also, like if you see the monsoon, it actually refers to seasonal reversal in the wind direction. If we say monsoon, it is like, we generally think that it is rain, but it is not actually rain. It is a seasonal reversal. Seasonal reversal of the wind direction. The wind direction during a year. During a year. So this is actually the monsoon. Okay. So monsoon is actually a seasonal reversal of the wind direction during a year. Now monsoon is actually derived from a Arabic word. It is derived from an Arabic word which is mosin. Mosin. Now this mosin, if you find, if you see, we have similar word mausam in Hindi, right? We have a similar word mausam, which is related to weather, right? Mausam we have a Hindi word, but this monsoon is basically derived from an Arabic word mosin. Okay. And mosim also means the season. Okay. The mosim's word, which is an Arabic word, this means seasons. Okay. Now we'll go back to seasonal reversal of the wind directions. You would have read about the wind directions in class 7 or 8. So in that, if we see, how will you consider the direction of the wind? What is the way to consider to know the direction of the wind? How their winds are having the different names as per their direction. Now how that name is being given? What is the trick behind that? So I am telling you what is that. See, like this we have four what do you say, directions: north, south, east, and west. Right? Like this, we have four directions. Now, when the wind blows from this direction to this direction, wind is blowing from this direction to this direction. So, what will be the name of this wind? So, name of this wind will be always as per the tail of the wind. See, this is the tail. This is the tail of the wind. Okay? It is blowing this way. So, this is the tail of the wind. So, the wind which is blowing this way, the name will be as southwest. Understood? This wind will be called southwest wind. Okay? This is a small trick to remember the names or to give names. Okay? When the same way, when wind is blowing like this. In different time, we have the winds which blows in different directions. Okay? At different time period, no, we keep it like north and south. We take this direction first and then we'll keep this east and west. It cannot be west south. It will be southwest. Okay. So when it will blow this side, it will be southeast. And north and south will come first. And then we'll keep the west and east always. Now when this wind is coming like this, then this wind will be northwest. And the same way when this is going this way, this will be northwest. So this is a trick. By tail we can understand that what is the name of this wind. Now the wind which actually brings rain in India are these southwest winds. Okay, this is the winds which actually brings rain in India, southwest. You would have read in class 7. This is there in the class 7. Okay. Now, seasonal reversal. What is the meaning of seasonal reversal of the wind? Now, in what happens? I am just explaining in a rough way, and further when we will read the topic, we will discuss it in the detail. So, now suppose there is summer. So, in summer what happens? The wind blows like this, in this direction. Suppose the wind is going in this direction. It is blowing in this direction. Okay, like this it is blowing. Now in winter season, what will happen? The wind will blow like this in the opposite direction. So this is actually the reversal of the wind direction. So in some months, in some seasons, wind blow in the certain direction, and in some seasons it reverse. Okay, so that is basically the reversal of the wind direction. Okay, when the wind changes its direction, when it goes reverse. Okay, so when we see the monsoon, so monsoon is basically a term for seasonal reversal of the wind direction during a year. Okay, so that is monsoon. Till here, any question, anyone? Till here, do you have any question? So if we see the monsoon is not just rain. It is not just referred to rain. Okay, it is actually a climate zone. So how it is a climate zone? Now why these winds, they change their direction? What happens when they change their directions? All are the part of our chapter, and all we will discuss. Okay. Now we were discussing that India is having the monsoon basically is monsoon. Now we'll go further. So when we go through the parts of South and Southeast Asia, part of South and Southeast Asia. What is Southeast Asia? What is South and Southeast Asia? Yes, Braj is telling that monsoon climate has hot and humid environment. That is totally correct. It is having hot and humid environment. We will discuss it. What kind of climate is there? What are the cause of that climate? Everything is there. So that we will discuss. So South and Southeast Asia, like if we have, this is North, South, East, West. Okay. So and suppose this is the equator. This is the 0-degree equator. So we have somewhat here. India is here. We see. And this one. So Southeast Asia means, if we say this area. Okay. So this area is having the same climate like India. Okay. The countries which are in the South and Southeast Asia, those are having the same monsoon type of climate. Okay. Now, if you see that in the other factors, when we go where we will read the elements of the climate, then we will find that there are various elements which affect the climate. Right? So that will go ahead. But till now, I want to give you one reason. This is the equator. This is the equator, and if you see Earth, this is the Earth. Okay, I don't know if this is the Earth, and this part, the equator is the raised area. It is the raised area. If we see, when it goes to this here poles, these areas are the further areas from sun. But this area is the nearest area to the sun. So this area is getting the most temperature, maximum temperature from the sun. And that is why the countries near to equator are having a kind of hot climate. Right? Hot climate, humidity is there, and that is the reason of the monsoon climate. And there are many more reasons. We'll go further in this chapter. Okay. Now there is, so this we discuss that whatever Southeast countries are there, whatever Southeast countries of Asia are there, or South, the countries which are lying in the South, those countries are actually having the monsoon type of climate. Not only India, but the countries near to this are also having the same climate. Okay. Now so there are also perceptible regional variations in climate condition. In climate conditions. Okay. And for temperature also we have the same thing. So what is the meaning of perceptible regional variation? So what does this sentence mean? We discussed that not only India, actually the country near to India, which is the countries which are actually in Southeast Asia and some, they all are having similar climate to as India. They all are having the monsoon type of climate. And one main factor is their location also. The location is also a main factor for that. They all are located near to equator. That is also a factor for that. And there are many different factors also which we will go through. But the third main perceptible regional variation in the climate can be seen. Okay. So here what happens, if you see, so if you see, there are the places which are having like if we take the Himalayas. So for example, if we take Himalayas, Himalayas are having the upper part of Himalayas are having the snowfall. The upper part of Himalayas are having snowfall. But if we compare to Surajgada, we cannot find snowfall here. Right? Can we find snowfall in Surajgada? No, we cannot find snowfall here. But when we take the Himalayas, which is also part of India, so that is having snowfall. Then we go to Meghalaya. There, if you see, in Meghalaya, the rain is up to 400 centimeter, which is a very high rainfall, which is very heavy rainfall. So in Meghalaya, if you see, they have 400 centimeter rainfall. Now, what is behind that? See, this is here. So Meghalaya is somewhat here, above Bangladesh. Okay. So if we talk about Meghalaya is somewhat here above the Bangladesh. Now this Meghalaya is surrounded by mountains. Meghalaya is surrounded by mountains. Now the wind is going like this. Okay. Now the wind which is going from sea. Here is the sea. From sea, the wind is going here. And now what is happening? It cannot, it is surrounded by mountains, right? So it is going and it's stuck here. This wind which is carrying the water vapor from the sea, this goes there and this wind stuck here because of the mountain and it rains there only. Okay. One more thing is there, when it is the retreating monsoon, when it is reversing, the wind which is reversing from here, that also stuck here because of the mountain and it rains there only. Okay. So in both the place, this place is getting rainfall. So that is why the rainfall goes maximum up to 400 centimeter. Understood? Because of the mountain area, it is surrounded by mountains. So the wind which is blowing here, that also stuck, and the retreating monsoon, that also stuck there. And because of that, the place sees the heavy rainfall. Okay. So basically, we are understanding perceptible regional variation. Perceptible means, are you getting the things? While in different regions we have different rainfalls, those that we are discussing. Okay. Precipitation is rain. So in different regions, how the rainfall varies. So rainfall varies in different places. So when we take the example of Himalaya, the upper part of Himalaya, we can find snowfall, which we cannot find in the other part of the country. The same way, Meghalaya is a place where we can find 400 centimeter of rainfall. Okay. So this is a very heavy rainfall. Now, and I have already explained that approaching monsoon and retreating monsoon both are stuck there because of the mountains, and that place gets the maximum rainfall. Okay. Now, if we take the example of Ladakh, Ladakh. When we take the example of Ladakh and Rajasthan. So when we take the example of Rajasthan, we will find that the rainfall is less than 10 centimeter. Okay, time is over. I know. I will just take 1 minute. So when we take the example of Ladakh and Rajasthan, you will find the rainfall less than 10 centimeter. Okay. So like this, if we see, we can find the perceptible regional variation. Okay. In our country, different places are having different what you say the rainfall, different amount of rainfall, but still the climate is monsoon climate. Okay, the climate is monsoon climate, but the different places have different amount of rainfall, variation in rainfall. Okay. So we'll continue with this chapter in next class. Okay. Thank you all.